Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the collective for all signs for June 5th, 2020. I'm going to just go ahead and jump into this reading. We're going to invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages that we need to hear. What messages do we have for the collective for June 5th, 2020 for our highest and greatest good? Messages for the collective, June 5th, 2020, for our highest and greatest good. Okay. Overall energy is the High Priestess in reverse. Some of you really are enhancing your psychic abilities. This is Piscean energy, and for me as a reader, this is also Cancer energy. The High Priestess card, she's about trusting your intuition. She's about gaining the sacred knowledge that you need to be admitted into that temple, to get those keys, to have access to information that, mere mortals don't have access to. And this is through doing your spiritual work. This is through communing with Source, through prayer, through meditation, or whatever modality that works best for you. But the High Priestess is in reverse, and that's indicating to me that there are a lot of secrets that are being kept from you, and there may be a reason. You may be trying to push for answers for something that is not ready to be revealed. You might also have to change your approach to a much more non-conventional approach, and there's also a definite need here for patience. Okay, so again, I'm speaking to my healers, my tarot readers, my light workers out there. Now, the first message out is the Seven of Swords. This is Moon in Aquarius, but can represent any air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This Seven of Swords is interesting because it's different. The Seven of Swords is usually about somebody keeping something from you, information, or again, somebody taking love, money, time, resources, energy from you. So it can be somebody that you're energetically attached to. It can also be a job or a situation that you're involved in. But what I really like about this is in this deck, it's not about that at all. What I think I see is, we have these seven swords here in the ground, and they're not really paying attention to them. They're meeting here at the well. They're coming together. They're sharing information. They're sharing news. They're sharing gossip. So for some of us here, the Seven of Swords is finding out about information that was previously hidden to us. Because I feel like, that we have this farmer here, and he's very diligently working. He's feeding his goats. He's filling their trough or their water for them. And these two other shepherds have come and they're talking. And I really feel like this is actually a card of collaboration if you take a look here. But it might also be, because it's Moon and Aquarius energy, it might also be that you're getting information that isn't correct. Okay, and so again, with this Gemini-Sag axis shift and with this full moon and this lunar eclipse, you might be getting information that isn't 100% true. You might be reacting or reaching out or overreacting. The Sagittarius energy is quite aggressive, so you're going to have explosions, emotional outbursts. You're going to have people being triggered by certain things. And so it's really important that these emotions are let out and that we're expressing them, and then also understand that you're going to be on the receiving end of that as well. But to sort of take it with a grain of salt, that these emotions, they're real. They need to come up, they need to come out without judgment, but then you need to let them go. Okay, so it's a really interesting energy that's going on right now. The next card out is the Magician. This is Mercury. Again, remember, Mercury rules communication. Mercury also rules Virgo, and it also rules Gemini. So Virgos and Geminis might be feeling this intensity right now, this restlessness with this Gemini, you know, the opposition of the Sun in Gemini and the Moon in Sagittarius. It's a restless, chatty energy. So again, you might be getting a lot of gossip. You might be getting misinformation. You might be just talking wildly, just saying whatever's coming to your mind, and it might be something that you regret. So Spirit's really asking you to maybe temper yourself before, you know, to think before you speak. Okay, the Magician card is beautiful though, because again, I was really picking up on somebody here honing their craft, somebody expanding their psychic abilities. The High Priestess is that beautiful feminine energy. And in the reverse, she might be working on her darker arts, doing shadow work. Okay, and just sort of looking at the darker sides of things. The Magician is beautiful though, because we also do have a divine pairing here. We have the Magician and we have the High Priestess, so we have the coming together of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And for many of you, it's coming together not in the 3D, but it's coming together in the dream space, okay, or in the astral planes. Maybe some of you are working together. Some of you might be working really hard, and remember, this is a reminder for you that the work and the healing that you do is beneficial and affecting the person and the people that you're energetically connected to. So if for those of you who are in separation, the work that you're doing is helping your other half or your counterpart. But for some of you, this is that internal, it's that internal union between the masculine and the feminine, between you and your higher self, and you're achieving it. And that's powerful, and that's really beautiful. Then the next card out, we get Jupiter in Pisces, the Nine of Cups. This is about wish fulfillment. But this is interesting because this is about being careful what you wish for. And, you know, I was just talking about this card with someone very special to me, and I need to read it to you guys. So give me just 1 second about this Nine of Cups. And the interpretation is really beautiful. All right, so this is known as the wishing card. It's a sign that you will get what you wish for. And yes, you need to be careful. More importantly, don't squander your wish. What will bring the greatest, deepest happiness to you over the long run? Not just fleeting pleasure, but joy after joy your whole life long. So yeah, so being really careful about what you're doing, where you're putting your focus, what you're wishing for. Then we get the Knight of Wands in reverse. This is that fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sag. The Knight of Wands also represents that Scorpio and that Sagittarius time period, so that November, December time period. And this card has been coming out a lot. So for this energy is a lot bigger than just a daily energy. What you're working on, this union, whether it's you and another person, whether it's you and your higher self, if it's, you know, if it's really up-leveling, ascending, honing your craft, expanding your abilities. Some of you I'm getting also are coming into the knowledge or the information that you can channel. Okay, maybe speaking to speaking to passed on loved ones and that sort of thing. And some of you might not really trust what's going on, that Seven of Swords energy. You might not trust it. You might be doubting yourself, or you might be doubting the information that you're receiving. So again, you're really going to have to rely on your higher self to sort of parse through all of the downloads, all of the messages that you're receiving. And you're going to have to take a very healthy approach to deciding what it is that you need to be setting where you need to be placing your focus, but what intentions you need to be setting at this time. What's the best for you, and what's the best for those that you're energetically attached to? Because this may or may not come to fruition around that time of that Scorpio Sagittarius period. Now, this could also very much so represent the Sagittarius full moon. And, you know, it's a lunar eclipse as well. And I urge you guys to all check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs that I've done for the full moon lunar eclipse readings. I don't know if that made sense. Sometimes the words come out jumbled, you guys. Please check out your full moon in Sagittarius lunar eclipse readings for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. There we go, whichever one you're drawn to. Because again, we have this Sagittarius energy coming out, and this is all sort of playing out under this full moon. So whether it's something that's going to be a process that's going to come to fruition, again, after we go through retrograde, after we get through these eclipses and we move into that, we're moving into the end of the year, is when you're going to see these manifestations take place. Because some of you might be lacking a little bit of patience. Remember, the High Priestess card in reverse is a reminder that when you see nothing happening at all, and you might be thinking, man, I'm doing the work. When is this going to actually happen for me? And I don't see any results. Spirit saying, when there's nothing happening, if you've set that intention, you have to give the universe time and space to deliver what it is you've asked for. You also might not see on the surface level in the 3D what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, and there's a lot that maybe needs to move and shake and twist and turn and reorganize in order to bring you what it is that's for your highest good. Okay, and so this Knight of Wands energy is interesting because, the Knight of Wands is a diplomat. He's an adventurer. For some of you, this is traveling to see someone. For others of you, this is just movement. This is, you may have been working on this ascension process. You may be doing Reiki. You may be, reading tarot. You might be just meditating and you're wondering, have I hit a plateau? And you might feel a little bit thwarted, or you might feel blocked, or you might be feeling like you're in like a state of stasis, of not moving. Okay, and not getting where you want to go, but Spirit says this is all in due time. It's happening. This union between you and your higher self, this is happening. This union between you and your partner, your twin flame, your soulmate, this is happening. And if you don't feel it and you don't see it here in the 3D, it's happening in the dream space, or it's happening in the astral planes. Okay, and I think a lot of you are going to be feeling something that's been building up within us that needs to be let out. And that's going to take a lot of different shapes and forms during this Sagittarius full moon. All right, so let's go ahead and see what additional messages we have for the collective, June 5th, 2020. Additional messages for the collective, June 5th, 2020. Pleasure. Yeah. So the 9 of Cups, this Jupiter in Pisces, although it can represent any sort of water sign or somebody exhibiting these qualities, this is, I just want you to just soak in this image. Pleasure. The 9 of Cups is about pleasure. It's making me think of the 6 of Cups. This is the waning gibbous too. So the waning moon period comes after the full moon. So again, I think a lot of what's happening, what's coming to fruition for a lot of you guys in the build up to this full moon in Sagittarius, when we enter into that waning moon period just in a few days, in about a week, less than a week even, you're going to experience this intense pleasure. And I feel like there's this freedom. There's the butterflies coming off of her is this liberation. And for some of you guys, that's going to be happening in the 5D. That's happening also in the dream space, and that's happening through meditation. And then you get boundaries. Number 12, breaking down to a 3. Remember, 3s are about growth and expansion. But this is also a reminder from Spirit, the importance of protecting yourself. For many of you, if you're feeling like you're under attack, or you're feeling like you might have a leaky aura, or you might have energetic connections that are holding you back or taking your energy, then it's really important that you set up your own bubble of protection. This is a healing bubble of protection, but also the importance of of always needing to ground yourself no matter what work you're doing. So, for example, if you do angelic healing, if you do Reiki, don't skimp on the grounding procedures at the end, okay? And that's for my energy workers out there, because right now, more than ever, it's going to be really important. as this week has been about all of my light workers and my healers and my readers and my psychics, this is a very, very important message that there are a lot of people that need our help. The energy of Venus as well, and then we have Mercury entering into into Cancer. And then it's going to go retrograde on the 18th. We're going to have a lot of people that are relying on light workers. We're having a lot of people looking for that maternal energy, that feminine power, that healing. Okay, finding solace, finding respite from all of the chaos that's going on in the world around us, okay, and or in our personal lives. So this is just another reminder from Spirit that my light workers, please protect yourselves. Please protect yourselves. And we can see it. I don't know if you guys have been watching other readers, but I have, and a number of them have been under attack lately. Okay, and it's not fair. These are good people. These are our light workers. These are people that offer us advice and love and healing almost on a daily basis, weekly basis. Okay, and they're sharing their energy with their collective, and a lot of them are under attack, but that's because people are being triggered. People have been sheltering in place, the whole pandemic, the economic instability, these horrible injustices that we've been seeing, and then also violence. Okay, but then we also forget that there's a big portion of the world. I'm sorry, I'm starting to get really animated here. There's a big portion of the world that lives without sufficient resources, social welfare programs, clean running water. Okay, and so like all of this, you add illness and you add violence and you add injustice on top of it, and so we're seeing a lot of things coming to a boiling point. So my light workers, more than ever, your work is needed, your strength is needed. Okay, and so light workers, we really need to come together. Really, really need to come together, but it's also imperative. Spirit is saying it's imperative that you're protecting yourselves. Okay, I'm sorry for that little impassioned statement I just had, but I can feel it really, really strong. And this is also the importance of supporting other light workers. If you watch, if you watch a lot of different readers, it can be something as simple as like clicking a like, making a comment. And even some of the readers out there who have like a really large audience, they still read their comments, and sending that comment and that support out into the universe, that's connecting with your collective. That's supporting, that's energetically supporting those that you want to. Okay, and so it's not necessarily as, I'm not saying okay, go and like everybody's video or make comments if you don't want to, but those are like little ways that you can support light workers. Okay, at least online, right? All right, let's go ahead and see final message for the collective. June 5th, 2020, and you get faith. Oh, I love this. The worm moon. Oh, I love this. The worm moon number 31. Look at how so beautiful she is. And she's pregnant with the world. This is a reminder that also everything that we're going through right now, these changes, these growing pains, I mean, they're more than growing pains. We even have tectonic plates shifting. But these changes are all about creating this new world. It's that shift from Capricorn to Saturn, shift from Capricorn to Aquarius. Okay, bringing in the age of Aquarius, the Great Awakening. And it's also about tearing down all of the old ways of thinking and the systems of corruption and oppression. And that's not going to happen overnight. The rest of 2020 is going to have lots of ups and downs. And Spirit is asking you to find that balance and to find that center. Okay, to be able to surf this wave, because we're going to see we're making headway, boom, drop back down, making headway, boom, drop back down. So you have to be very, very sure of where you stand in your personal beliefs, and then also allow a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, because the way to get through this, guys, is not being dogmatic. Even if you're a light worker, even if even if you have this outlook of peace and love, be prepared to have these shifting thoughts and these shifting feelings and these shifting worldviews, but within a certain spectrum and within a middle ground. It's all about finding the middle way. Now, that brings me up to, in my meditation this morning, I was taking a look at, I was using one of the mystical shaman cards, and it was called the Staff. Okay, and the Staff was really interesting. I'm wondering if I can find it for you guys. Give me a second, because this is all sort of tying together. Now I understand sort of the images a little bit better that I was getting this morning. Okay, this is the card. So the staff is a symbol of authority. It holds the power to temper extremes. The staff helps you find the right course of action, the way of the middle, and aids you to maintain your balance after you begin walking in that direction. Moses carried a serpent staff through the desert, and with it he could summon the power of nature to heal or call plagues. And if you guys are familiar, I think it's in the After Tarot where the Hermit card, he's holding a staff that has turned into a serpent. And that's something I'm learning. I'm having an aha moment as I'm talking to you. And that's that image of Moses. But the serpent energy, that energy of Virgo, is about going within. It's about your spiritual journey. Again, this message is mostly directed towards my healers and my light workers out there. Okay, like really, really coming into that power. But I'm going to read that to you again. Moses carried a serpent staff through the desert, and with it he could summon the power of nature to heal or call plagues. Wow. Okay. The staff reminds you of the impermanence of all things, and that your authority must come from your deep longing to serve. Yes, 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 my healers and my light workers. Yes, all right. You know how to flow easily between polarities, how to weigh all possibilities and instinctively select the right path. Trust your inner wisdom. Okay, there's that hermit energy, and take the first step on a journey that your heart has already embarked on. Use the power of the staff to unite what appears to be divided, to find that delicate balance between will and surrender. Yes, okay, and have faith. Have faith in your abilities. Have faith in your collective. Have faith in what's in Gaia, in this change and in this transformation, and have faith in the light. Okay, the darkness will not prevail. All right, let's go ahead and see what additional messages I have for the collective, my beautiful and powerful, extremely magical collective. I mean, you guys, this energy I'm picking up on, this is yours. Ooh. Perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and take a good, hard, deep look at it. Ooh, yeah. Wow. And again, this fits in also with the information that we're receiving, you guys, at this time. There's a lot of information. There's some truths, there are half-truths, there are total lies circulating. Okay, so it's really important too that you do create this bubble of protection. Okay, you do create this wall of light so that so that you're not sucked into that vortex of anxiety and fear and violence. Okay, and that's not to say you turn a blind eye to it or you pretend like everything's fine. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I guess what I'm trying to say is your work is so important, my light workers out there, that you can't let what's happening right now, this crazy tumultuous ride, dim your light. Authority. Oh my gosh, that's the staff. This is that staff energy coming out again. Authority. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. These are virtually the same card, the same message, you guys. Damn, The collective I'm tapping into, your energy, you guys are so powerful. So extremely powerful. All right, let's go ahead. Whoops, I'm going to give these a big girl shuffle. A big girl shuffle. Butterfly maiden, transformation. The world is transforming. You are transforming. Again, some of you guys are getting major upgrades to your psychic abilities. Some of you are coming into information that you have a hard time believing. Some of you are fighting through lies and things maybe you were told that, you know, that was silly or you could never do that. Okay, some of you might have even been told you're crazy. You know, you're a nutter, you're a weirdo. Okay, but it's like you're totally proving them wrong. Wow, okay, butterfly maiden, and the world is transforming. We see that in the faith card. Just have faith that you have the authority. You have that frequency, powerful, directed, and realized, but also receptive, wise, and loving, coming together in perfect harmony. You have that within. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Yes. I know. I know it. That's what I've been saying, you know, like I'm so, I mean, it's so exciting, but you know, these are also their growing pains, you guys. Massive growing pains. And I don't know about you guys, but I have had such a bad headache for the last, I don't know, 12 hours. This lunar eclipse for me has been really intense. But growing pains, that's what I just keep hearing. I keep hearing growing pains. A note on love. Seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. When love is the focus, foundation, and goal, blessed is the body, mind, and soul. Yeah, so that's you guys, my light workers. Take a look at that beautiful little garden gate. That's you guys, light workers, coming from a place of unconditional love. And again, for those of you that have online, you know, have YouTube channels, or, you know, or you comment on other people's, on people's feeds and things like that, if you've been attacked, okay, remember that is a reflection of them, not you. But it might be a really good time to really call in that temperance energy. Like this staff says, find that middle ground. And, you know, if you're feeling like you're really sensitive to that kind of thing and you don't want to be vulnerable right now, then keep it to yourself. Okay, the Seven of Swords, that moon in Aquarius, it's like things are going to be deceptive. And even if you think you're really strong, it can be a little tipping point if you're receiving, you know, negative criticism, destructive criticism when you're trying to stand in love and light. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you again. Seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. Okay, so that could be even for many of you guys pulling back. When love is the focus, foundation, and goal, blessed is the body, mind, and soul. Yeah. You guys, I feel blessed to be sharing these messages with you. I feel blessed to have you guys, each and every one of you, on this journey with me. This one wants to come out. This guy's keeps popping out deeper. You are not finished. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is to come. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, you guys, we're going through a tough, transformative period. You're going to be just fine. But find that middle ground. Protect yourself. Have faith. Have faith in the love and the light in which you stand, okay? I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys so much. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.